Hey, it's Kevin. Thank you so much for stopping by for the No BS social media chat. Today we're talking about the two ends of the social media spectrum. The scheduled, the strategic part of the social media quotient, and the spontaneous. And what I've always found, and this is the one discussion I have with a lot of clients, is you have to find a good mixture of being both spontaneous, being in the moment, and then being strategic. You have to understand what the bigger mission is. We talk about social media strategies all the time, and I guess really all of these videos talk about social media strategies and a theory behind it. But at the same time, there are people who are just out there doing their thing and maybe hugely successful and may have thousands, millions, whatever the number of followers are, whatever the number of video views are, whatever the amount of likes and comments and all that kind of stuff that comes with it, and that's great. Some people can work at being spontaneous. I don't know if a Kim Kardashian type celebrity has any really big strategy to what she's doing or what her team's doing. Maybe they do, and they're kidding me, but they look spontaneous, but it doesn't matter. When you're that big a megastar, when you defy the laws of logic, it doesn't matter. But for normal people, whether it's, again, business, whether it's recording artists, the media people, all the people we talk with all the time are using social media. You have to find a fine balance between being strategic and spontaneous. Years ago, when I was working in radio, my boss was telling me that there were the guys who run the radio station, the guys who create the programming that goes on the air. He said there were kind of two kinds. There were the artistic kinds, the ones who were really creative, and then there are the ones who were good with the mechanics, the mechanical type, who didn't have much creativity but could make sure everything ran smoothly. The key was to find a person who had the best balance of both, and that was something I always strive to do. Well, it's the same thing with social media. I think that's why I kind of moved into social media a decade ago, is because I understand the need to be strategic with, let's be honest, with a lot of so much of what we do. I mean, I'm very strategic when I go out and take pictures on a weekend. I'm always organized and planning and have a thought process behind it and plot things out on a map. Some people don't want to work that way. Some people just want to go as the world takes them, and that's great. That may work for them, but it doesn't necessarily work for all of us. So I like to plan. I like to be strategic. What I do with my social media, there's a strategy to it. Now, I'm constantly playing with the strategy and tweaking the strategy and the posting times and the length of time and all those kind of things and trying to figure out the best solution and the best system. But at the same time, you got to be spontaneous sometimes. Now, let's say with these video blogs, we record these video blogs and we put them out to launch early on a Monday morning. And the initial launch week, if you will, the release week, is about a week long, and we really promote it each and every day for about a week. And then it goes into rotation with all the other videos we've done and all the other topics we've done. Because really, once the people who are subscribing, once the people who come back and things like that come back, they're only going to watch it one time, maybe go back and reference it later on or something like that. But that's being strategic. So we really honed in. If you go back early on, you'll see we didn't always post them on Monday. We found that Monday for us was the best time to post these, to launch these, and when people started thinking about the new week and thinking about what was going on. And so that was the strategy behind it. Now, there could be a point where it comes down to we need to do some of these spontaneously, and I need to throw one up on a Wednesday or a Thursday or something like that. But I don't know if that really parlays into this. Now, it parlays into Instagram pictures or Facebook posts or live chats or whatever it is, or something Periscope-wise where you just want to be spontaneous. That's what those tools are for. I think the Facebook Live for the Periscope, those are great tools for being spontaneous. But if you're doing something like this, planning, strategy, all very important. I think all of us need to look at it and find the balance that works for us. I wish I could say it has to be 60% strategic and 40% creative, but it doesn't. You can't control spontaneity, hence the word spontaneous. It's different for everybody. What's spontaneous for me is not necessarily spontaneous for you. We all have that mix in our personality, and I think that's what makes social media so interesting, is nobody approaches it the same way. Even all the clients I work with, all the artists I work with, I don't approach it the same way for each and every one of them. They're always looking for a strategy that they can just plug and play, and I said it doesn't work that way, because we really have to hone into who that person is and what they do and where they're at and what their strengths and weaknesses are. It's important for all of us. So as you're formulating your social media plan, as you're formulating your social media, as you're getting ready to post something on Facebook or on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is, stop and think for a second. Why am I doing it now? Is it a good time to do it now? Should I be doing it now? And there's so many people who talk about the optimum times to post things, the optimum days to post things, where the most people are going to be and all that. And that's great. But it doesn't work for everybody. You could be the exception to the rule. And we all think sometimes we're the exception to the rule. So stop, think about it. Again, create a strategy, work the strategy. It may adjust, and don't think you have to, once you put a strategy on paper, you have to live with it forever, because you don't. Just always try to be strategic in what you do. But then don't, forget the spontaneity. Don't go out there and show your personality, because the combination of the two are a winning combination. What works for you doesn't work for me, won't work for them, won't work for them. It varies for all of us. Strategic, spontaneous. Two very important things that if you find the right balance, will help you grow your social media fan base, grow your involvement, grow your connections. I think even greater than what they're growing right now. You want to talk more about it? Phone number, email, coming up. You can always catch us here next week, of course. NoBSSocial.com is our website. You can watch the videos there. If you found us on YouTube, you found us on Facebook, just bookmark them. Come back again next week. We'll have another video for you. Thanks so much. Have a great week.